Dead Soccer's fixture preview. Let's start with Rangers against Celtic roughly 12:30 today. How will Rangers approach this? The circumstances are obviously a bit different now that Celtic's wrapped up the league. How do you see them approaching this?
Yeah, I think both teams will want to win the game, but I think Rangers more so than Celtic. You know, I think they've got to keep the supporters on board. There's season tickets coming up. You know, they keep feeding out there. There's this player coming, that player coming, but a win would just sort of send them away a wee bit happier than what they have been.
Tam, we've obviously heard this week that Robbie McCrory will be starting later on today. Do you think Bale will make any other major changes?
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be a similar team that played against Aberdeen.
Okay.
I think McCrory was excellent against Aberdeen, clean sheet, you know, done really well. I think he'll continue to look at the players that's going to be there next season. So, you know, I think Ryan Kent's out, a couple of players are out, so you're not going to see the guys that are going to be away. I don't think you'll see Morelos either. So. No, I think he'll be very, very close to the team that played against Aberdeen.
Okay, as for Celtic, Ange Postecoglou says that Forrest is back fit. Moy is touch and go for this one. Do you see him bringing any of the younger players up to give them a chance?
I'd like to see it, to be honest. I'd like to see some of the younger boys at the B team. You know, obviously they won the Glasgow Cup the other night, the B team, so there's a lot of good young players coming through. I'd like to see Ange playing a few of them. I'm not sure he will, to be honest. I think there's records to be broken in terms of points and goals. I think he'll keep the foot to the pedal with the Scottish Cup final coming up, particularly at Ibrox. So no, I think he'll be full strength.
What are you going for?
I don't think there's any pressure on either team. It's probably one of the least, you know, anticipated Old Firm games in a long while. Nobody's really caring about it. The league's done. Rangers are rebuilding. I'm going to sit in the fence. I think there'll be goals. I'm going to go for 2 each.
2 each, okay, Rafi?
I'm going to sit in the fence as well, but I'm going to go 1 each.
1 each then. 1 each, okay. Aberdeen and Hibernian later on, Rafi, at 3 o'clock. 8 wins out of 10 for Aberdeen in their last 10 games. Do you think they'll be a shoe-in for third?
Well, I think it depends on this result.
Right.
You know, obviously the two of them are hitting a wee bit of form. Both of them will expect to win the game. You know, Aberdeen have got the home advantage. I think up front they're more likely to score more than Hibs at home. So I would tend to sway towards Aberdeen in this one, but this is the one that will decide where they're going to end up.
Yep. Well, good news for Hibs. Ewan Tam signed a 3-year deal. How key has he been for Hibs this season? He's been
great. I think over the last couple of months he's added goals to his game, which is massively important. It was very frustrating at the start of the season. I thought that, you know, he showed he was getting by people and trying to take them on again. He's learning to release the ball quicker. He's learning to shoot. And I think he's a player that could maybe net Hibs a decent transfer fee if he continues the progress that he's on. So I think all the Hibs supporters will be delighted that he's tied up in a 3-year deal. Well,
Hibs might have left it a wee bit late to get third, Tam, but they're a point behind Hearts just now. How unbelievable would that be if they could leapfrog them?
Oh, I think it'd be massive. I think we've spoken about Hearts all season. There's been a certainty for third, and Hibs are rebuilding, and you know, it's a work in progress. And if Hibs can finish, I don't think they'll finish third, but if they can finish fourth and get European football above Hearts, I think that's a successful season. Ruffy probably won't agree because he's got his maroon jumper on the day, but I think that Hibs have got a great chance to finish above Hearts, but they've got to take something from this game because I think Hearts will beat St Mirren.
Right, okay, so what are you going for in this one then? Your head,
there's points at stake here, and I'm very, very close to Ruffy, so I'm going to let my head rule my heart here. I'm going to go for Aberdeen to win 2-1.
Aberdeen 2-1.
Ruffy, and me 2-1.
All right, okay.
Why do you keep? Honestly, I'm 8 points behind him.
First then.
Right, we'll let him go first.
Let him go first.
Right,
I'm 8 points behind, and he keeps copying my scores, so I can't catch him.
No,
he's a cheating old rogue.
No.
Right, okay, moving on to St Mirren against Hearts. Hearts had an excellent start against Celtic, Tam. Do you think Celtic expected that? Do you think that's why they maybe struggled a little bit?
Yes, I think the Hearts have shown progress under Stephen Naismith. I think it's a fantastic victory against Ross County, 6-1. Front foot, balls in the box, the red card killed them. You know, I think last weekend. You know, I think up until then they were doing really, really well against Celtic and were the better team. So they've not got a great record against St Mirren. That's the only thing I would say.
St Mirren isn't it?
Yep, strong. St Mirren are strong at home. So I'm going to wait until Ruffy
gets his. You're going to wait until we go with Ruffy, right, okay. Ruffy, Stephen Robinson says this is a must-win game. They need to play like they're 1-0 behind. Do you think they'll get European football this season?
I don't know about the European football, but I think they'll do particularly well against Hearts. Hearts have struggled a wee bit at St Mirren, you know, and I've taken my heart to St Mirren this year. I think they've been really good, and I think they've been positive, but I don't think they'll win the game. I think it'll be 1 each.
1 each.
I'm going to go for Hearts to win.
Oh, right,
I'm going
okay.
to go for Hearts to win 2-1. Because
Hearts.
I need to go for something different for him, because he just wants to stay 8 points in front.
Okay, let's move on to the bottom 6 then. St Johnstone against Motherwell. Van Veen's been nominated for Men's Player of the Year, but Stuart Kettlewell says no one in Scotland will be able to afford them. Is that to scare off the competition, do you think?
I think that's nonsense. I think the Celtic and Rangers could both afford them. I think he's 31, he'll be 32 shortly. He's got a year in his contract left. I think you're getting 500 grand for him, 600 grand tops. And I think that Aberdeen could pay that. I think Hibs and Hearts could rustle that money up to get him as well.
Would you take him at Hibs?
I would take him at Hibs. I spoke about it yesterday in my column, that I think that Hibs should be looking to sign him if they sell Nisbet. So I would, if I was Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, I'd be thinking, can we get him 500-600 grand? I'd take him. I think he guarantees you goals, but I think that he'll run his contract down at Motherwell and go on a free somewhere and fill his pockets, which I don't blame him for.
Alright, okay. St Johnstone, they're 6 points clear of the bottom, Ruffy, but they don't have a home game until their last game. Can that be a bit of a problem when you're in that bottom 6?
Definitely, that's why this game's so important to them. They know 3 points in this one would possibly make them a wee bit safe, because everybody else will start cutting themselves up. I'm going to stick my neck out in this one and go for St Johnstone. I know Van Veen's scoring for fun, but I think St Johnstone have got a couple of wins under their belt, so I'm going to go St Johnstone to win 2-1.
2-1, Tam?
I'm going to go against him here. I'm absolutely delighted they went for St Johnstone. I fancy Motherwell strongly here.
Yep.
I think St Johnstone have been fortunate the last 2 home games. The opposition has went down to 10 men.
Oh, there you
and
go,
they've won both games narrowly. So I'm going to go for Motherwell to win, Van Veen to score, so I get extra points. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Motherwell. I think Motherwell will beat them.
Alright, okay then. Right, Kilmarnock against Livingston, a must-win game for Kilmarnock. Tam, they're right in it with Ross County at the bottom, aren't they?
They are, and they couldn't have picked a better opponent. Livingston are on free fall at the minute. They've got the flip-flops out, they've got the factor 12 on, the passports are checked in. I think that Kilmarnock will win this game, and I know Ruffy will probably go with that as well, but I'm going to go for Kelly to win 2-1. I just think that at home they've been excellent this season. Livingston, players getting linked moves, managers I think maybe looking to get out.
Right, okay. Well, before we get
go for Kelly 2-1.
Kelly 2-1. Before we get your score, Ruffy, Nicky Devlin could be moving to Aberdeen. Hearts is the favourite. Who would you give the captain's armband to then in that Livingston dressing room?
You need to know who the team selection is. You know, it's a difficult one because there's that many people leaving. You know, you would possibly give it a centre half, but he's leaving as well. So
that centre half you give it to him, Ruffy?
No, I'm giving it to him.
What's his name?
I can't pronounce his name.
Obalai.
I don't think it matters with Livingston. I agree with Tam. I think it's the end of the season's come just now. For Kilmarnock, this is a must-win. If Kilmarnock lose this game, they're in deep trouble. They've got 3 home games and an away game, and this is one of the home ones they must win to get pressure on Dundee United. So I'm going to go Kilmarnock to win 2-0. 2-0,
right, okay, finally we've got Ross County and Dundee United. Tam, another must-win game for Dundee United. They're right in it at the bottom as well, but they come up against Ross County, who are at the bottom. Do you think they'll get out?
Oh, I mean, it's between the 3 of them now. It's between the 3 of them now, Kerry. It's really as cutthroat. There's 1 point, I think, separating the 3 teams.
Yeah.
Dundee United, they've reduced the prices from a tenner to a fiver. I read this morning that they've got 11,500 home fans into the game at Tannadice. I think that gives them the edge.
Okay.
I think that was a good bit of business.
Was the game at Ross County?
The game's at Tannadice. And that was, I think that's clever from the marketing department.
Okay.
We've done it at Hibs last year, and Hibs had a full house for a fiver and it was 0-0, so hopefully it's a better game than that. But I'm going to go for Dundee United to win this, and I'm going to go for them to win it.
I'm going to go Dundee United to win it as well. You sure they're at home now?
Yes, definitely.
I've drew an arrow.
Okay, well, Dundee United at home with that support.
I said that, should I?
You know, I
Gave them ammunition there.
It is. I mean, Ross County a good win last week against Livingston, but they were poor. So this is another one. Dundee United, like Kilmarnock, I've got to win this one.
I
think they will. 2-1.
Right, okay, what were you doing?
2-0 then. We're going to go for 2-1, but I need to take a risk.
We're changing it. Right, okay, on to the quiz.
This is me going for a treble, isn't it?
This is Ruffy going for a treble. Put up your game, Tam. Right, first question. Celtic and Rangers will meet for the 6th time later today. This season, how many goals have been scored in their past 5 meetings?
16.
This season.
That's his
Closest answer, okay.
You can't take. Come on.
Give me 10 seconds.
No. 10, 9, 8,
20.
17. Just nicked it.
So
Just
lucky
nicked
then,
it.
so lucky then, honestly, so lucky.
So lucky. Right, okay, second question. How many red cards were given out in the Premiership last weekend?
3.
Correct.
Have you shown him this?
No, definitely not.
16 was the answer, was
Definitely not.
17.
That's right.
Right, third question, you need this one, right. Which Rangers player has been nominated for Young Player of the Year this year?
Tillman.
It's Tillman. It's Malik Tillman.
Oh, shocker. I've got
Pull it back. Right, make it.
Carry on the next one.
Right, Alfredo Morelos will leave Rangers at the end of the season, but which club did he join from?
Helsinki,
That's
HJK.
that
All right.
Finland mob, yeah.
Okay, last question. Who was the last player outside the Old Firm to win Player of the Year?
Higdon.
Yes, correct. My
Talking about
goodness.
the other day.
He's worked on it. That was an easy one as well.
That's a thumping, but that's
We'll get him back.
this is where you're going on holiday.
Fine, I need to go on holiday. I need to refresh my heat.
Yep, we'll be back next week with another round of fixtures to look forward to, and hopefully Tam can make a dent in the quiz.
I'll be here next Saturday.
week.
I'm away on holiday, so just let you know.
Oh well, there we go. Then you can join Peter and Ruffy tomorrow on the Saturday show that starts at 4 o'clock.